Hello. I'm just thinking about dreams, particularly dreams that are challenging, or we're rehearsing, reviewing, uh, worrying, anxiety, fearful scenario situations. So maybe recurrent dreams. And maybe not just dreams, maybe just worry, like a daydream, imagination, waking worry. Same kind of psychological experience, essentially, for our purposes here. And so I'm thinking about kind of the argument that the dream body makes, the argument that the worry mind makes, is that it's practicing for a crisis, right? It's rehearsing, preparing. Kind of makes sense, right? Spent more time mentally going over it, rehearsing it, visualizing the actions and inactions and the order of things and the manner of things and all the rest. But are you getting better? Are you getting more prepared? Does this count as a rehearsal or just a wearing down through the wonders of adrenaline and stress hormones? If you are not improving, right, like better prepared, better conditioned, better plan, are these worries, are these underlying anxieties, are these dream enactments, are they beneficial practice? The argument that they make is that they're beneficial. Hey, we've been going over this a lot. We've thought it through. So we're definitely better. But are you better? Are you more beneficial? I'm not saying you can't be, but I'm just saying, are you? And what I'm thinking about is there's a school across the street. And so I presume they have fire alarms, let's say once a month. I don't know how frequently, but let's just say once a month. And, the fire alarm goes off, everybody collects themselves in an orderly but fast fashion, makes for the exits. They take attendance to make sure nobody was missed, and, wait for the fire department to come or for the all clear or something. And so people understand where the exits are, what their role is, how to do the thing. And you'd expect you're more prepared if there's a fire, because we've rehearsed this. So let's now imagine that the principal says, boy, I've read the studies on fire drills, and they make you more prepared, so I'm going to do one every day. I mean, if you're more prepared doing a fire drill, you're going to be very much more prepared doing them every day, or maybe 4 times a day. So the principal does 4 fire drills a day for, months. Now, are the people going to be more prepared? I say no. Two basic reasons. As they happen more frequently, the fire drills, you know that people are going to say, well, I'm going to just finish writing this. I have 2 more problems to do on my quiz. I'm going to just finish them, and then I'll work my way out. We do this 4 times a day. Other people are going to say, well, I'm not going to bother to rush. Like, I'm not going to rush 4 times a day. Like, I'll be outside. They'll take my attendance. I won't get in trouble. Some people are going to say, look, they don't do perfect attendance. I can actually get a few good minutes of work done here. I'm in the teacher's lounge, let's say. I'm going to just let them all do their drill. I'm going to have a good couple minutes for this phone call or my work or just my headspace, make a coffee, go to the bathroom, and I'll just be inside. And when it all comes back, it'll be back to a normal school day until the next fire alarm in 90 minutes. Some people, the teachers won't rush their class out. or they won't go far enough from the building the way they're supposed to. They'll be like, look, it's going to be over in a minute. Let's just stand right here by the building, even though that wouldn't be safe in a fire, let's say. People will take extra time to get their coats and stuff because they know it's not real. And it's annoying. So if they're going to be annoyed, they'd rather be comfortable. So they take some time to get their coat and scarf to go outside, for example. Anyway, we're now doing them 4 times a day, every day. And we can see that people take them less seriously. They're overburdened. So internally, this might be like adrenal exhaustion. And so it's not, you lose effectiveness. The other reason that you lose effectiveness doing it this way is that Chicken Little problem, right? People don't believe it's real because the warning, the urgency, the false urgency happens too often. So you have this Chicken Little problem. The sky is falling. Nobody believes you. So when it does fall, nobody's been believing you when you cry out that the sky is falling. So the warnings are ineffective. So with that fire alarm frequency, you get less good at the fire drill as they happen more frequently, and you have the Chicken Little problem as well. Now, here I am having my dreams of being chased or something, or what if I get caught in a mass shooting incident or whatever it might be, and I'm rehearsing, I'm imagining, I'm preparing, I'm considering, I'm planning, I'm preparing, but it's happening all the time. Am I arriving at a solution? Am I improved in any way? Or am I just exhausting myself and not taking it seriously the way the fire alarm would be? Like internally, bodily, physiologically, I'm taking it seriously. I'm getting beat up by my own hormone cascade. So now if that principle was not just doing what the school agencies or the federal guidelines are or something in terms of fire drills, I'm sure they have them. They have to be every 60 days or whatever it is. If they were just designing it from scratch, they would probably say, well, I'm going to vary them in frequency and timing and duration, something like that. So you might, in fact, have them 2 times on one day. You might have a long span without them. You might have a fire drill that's done without the audible portion, like as if that had broken. How do we manage that? Do we go knock on doors? I don't know. You might have them varied in terms of what the drill is. Like this is a drill where there's a chemical spill from a car accident out front. So we all need to close the windows and we have to move to one side of the school, but we don't exit the school because there's maybe toxic chemicals in the air. So that's not everybody run for the exits. Maybe there's a wildlife outside, like a bear, and we don't want to go outside. We need to drill to make sure everybody gets inside and locks the doors. Maybe the drill is that somebody's had a heart attack, right? So what does that look like? We open all the doors between where the ambulance comes and where the person is, and we get students that all hold the doors. We get also other students that are standing there and waving the EMS people to exactly, so there's no delay and just here's where you go, as an example, right? That would be a different kind of drill. And so you'd vary the type of drill, the frequency, the manner of the drill, so that you're actually improving the value of the drill. You might be having more drills, for example, but they're varied and thus more effective. It's not a Chicken Little thing. It's not just an exhaustion. So vis-a-vis anxiety, worrying over circumstances, maybe you're reading the news and you're thinking, that's a problem I'm really anxious about, and I'm having sort of ineffectual anxiety, worry, dream, consideration, contemplation, thoughts. But it's not ineffectual in terms of damaging myself. It's ineffectual in terms of preparing me. So how do we shift things so that if I'm going to have these thoughts, they're a bit more productive? And that's the work. And I'm not going to tell you how to do that because I have to teach here in a moment. But you might look into breathing, You might look into Qigong. You might look into meditation. You might look into a good standing practice. You might look into some writing and reading and so forth. But that's all I have for you today. So dream healthy.